Well, to go back to the old saying, who motivates the motivator? And I ask you, who motivates the motivator?
Well,
the motivator must motivate himself.
Well, you're absolutely correct.
I mean, that's you know the answer to that question.
When I was working with the children, when they cliched, when that became a cliche and they started referring to me as the motivator's motivator, that came because I told the children, I cannot motivate you. You have to be your own motivator. And we went to the dictionary and looked up the word motivation, and we found out the root word was motive, and a synonym was intent. So if a person does not have the right intent and does not have the right motive, they cannot be motivated. People like yourself, myself, and others that we may refer to as motivational speakers, people that really igniters, or they're people that inspire. See, I like to call it what it is. And that makes a lot of sense. That's why, again, I moved away from letting people refer to me as a motivational speaker, because I cannot motivate. The only person on this planet or in the universe that I can motivate is myself. And and if I don't have the right motivation or the right motives or the right intent, I can't even motivate myself. And you know what I even found out? And I'm saying this again for myself. I need you. You know how you pick up the phone and call me from time to time when I'm isolating and I haven't talked to you, or you get an inspiration and you call me, or you just out of the blue, let me call RANOULE, and you inspire me, man. Help. You may not even know I'm off the beam. Or if I'm on the beam, I end up getting even, my form gets better. You know.
Let's go. Let me go back to what I just said about. I mean, like I said, I met Barack Obama years ago when he was just, you know, Barack Obama, just a nobody, if you will. And I met Deepak Chopra years ago. I met Tony Robbins years ago. I haven't met Wayne Dyer yet, which we will. I actually meet Dwayne Johnson. That's what I was thinking about, Dwayne Johnson. Because I'm going to be in a movie with Dwayne Johnson at some point. Or I'll get my...
Tell him who that is.
That's The Rock. Everybody knows The Rock, right? He's my older cousin, right? My younger cousin. I'm 10 years older than him. But the point is, it's amazing and almost frightening that you're going to draw these people to you. We live in this technological age, and we got all this YouTube and Yahoo Video and video on demand and all this kind of stuff. You know, there's no reason to be alone.
You know what?
You're not alone. You're just not alone.
I got a letter. I got a letter upstairs that I sent Oprah. Let me tell you how old this letter is.
Right.
The letter is so old that it's addressed to, I think, 150 North State Street.
190 North State, Channel 7.
Channel 7.
190 North State.
That's how old the letter is.
She left 15, almost 20 years ago from Channel 7. Yeah.
But see, I know one thing that, again, we said whatever we think about, we bring about. I've had the reason why I was thoroughly convinced that at some point she would I would be with her, and I said, you know, I sent you to some letters. She said, well, you know, I never got it. No, because y'all sent it back. Plus, the information that's in the letter, I was so far ahead of myself that it wasn't time yet. See, that's another thing we have to learn. We have to learn to realize is that everything is in divine order. Just like they say, no wine before it's time.
Right.
Now, sometimes it looks like people have overnight success, but you know, when you come on Talking Success, we talk about an overnight success takes 10 to 15 years.
Better believe.
So if you've been struggling, you've been grappling, you've been getting in the way, like I got in the way of my own success, don't worry about it. You can get back on track. But any overnight success takes 10 to 15 years. Some people, it may take 20 years. Colonel Sanders didn't start Kentucky Fried Chicken until he got his first Social Security check and said, I won't be able to live off this money.
I know, he was 65 years old.
Ray Cox.
He was 55.
Ray Cox,
he was 55.
When McDonald was in his 50s.
55 years old. We know
But see, it wasn't about money. Well, for the Colonel, it was about money. About Ray Cox, it was about an opportunity.
Yeah, but the thing about it is that one thing I'm learning, I met Mr. Tobley and we chit-chatted, you know, a little bit. And this is the guy who wrote the book, The New Earth, okay? And, you know, it's something that Deepak Chopra said, I heard him say years ago. And I ain't learned a lesson. That was years ago, I ain't learned it yet. We really have to calm down the ego. We have to say, because, you know, this TV show is an ego trip for me, I understand that. But I have to let the ego go and say, it's really, I'm a conduit for inspiration, if you will. Conduit for information. It's coming from, if you believe in God is there or all around us in the atoms and every atom that exists, whatever your concept of God is, it comes from God through you to you.
Right.
And we have to get out of the way.
Right.
It's all about Marc. Mark,
Right.
I know it's about Mark. I love Mark.
Right.
But we have to just relinquish Mark for a while and let the vision flow. Like when I do these shows, when I talk to all my guests, most of the time I have a nebulous idea what I want to talk about, but I just have to sit here and just...
But you get in the flow. You get in the flow.
You have to let it flow, man.
You get in the flow. You get out the way. See, you're talking about the ego. See, I can tell when you in
You
the
call
flow,
it spirit,
or I'm
Holy
in the
Spirit,
flow.
you call it what you
whatever
want.
you want.
Whatever you want to call
Whatever
it.
it is, one
That's
thing
right.
we do know that we can all agree on, you done got out the way.
You got out the way.
The ego easing God out.
Right.
Easing God out. And see,
Right.
that's subject to happen at any given moment unconsciously, because I spend more time in my life thriving off my ego, thriving off my grandiosity,
Yeah.
than I have being a man that one may say is humble, learning humility and practicing humility, and being able to practice humility on automatic pilot. That's the stage that I'm in now, is being humble without trying to tell myself, well, you better humble yourself. Now I'm at a point now where I don't have to tell myself in many cases, you better humble yourself. I kind of go on automatic pilot. You know what I wanted to talk to you about was the thing about the unconscious and the conscious and the subconscious, and how once, you know, you were talking about money, why people can't manage money and why we haven't been able to manage money. I said why we haven't been able to manage money, but now I'm a much better money manager than I ever have been. And I know today that whatever challenges that I'm having in my life, instead of feeding into the negative connotations of that I need to say that I'm not as good as I would like to be, but I'm getting better, rather than saying I can't, I won't, I will not be able to do something.